your stance changed on gun control since these school shootings have become popularized?
My stance on it is pretty much the same. I don't believe that any more gun control or any more laws and regulation that's being put up is going to do any real good right now, because what we have on the books as it stands now just needs to be enforced.
I've just felt that, assault weapons in general were just basically trouble waiting to happen. And, the basic thing that I've seen when one of my friends has gotten an assault rifle is they want to go out and kill something with it. And they want to shoot it. And, when you pick up a gun, that's one of the things that you want to do is shoot it. An assault rifle, there's a little bit of a power rush that comes in with that. And I've always felt that. They're not accurate. They're just designed to, spray and pray. And there's really no use for them in the general public, not even for self-defense.
My position is that guns should be more regulated than they are. I'm not sure that individuals really need to have access to assault-style weapons with large capacity magazines that have 30 or 100 rounds in them. Maybe for sports enthusiasts, but then if they can demonstrate that inclination, but just for everyday ordinary people to be able to build an arsenal just strikes me as a little excessive in terms of the liberty side of access to guns.
My sons are still young enough where they can't buy weapons, and I want them to still have that right. And, if they get rid of some, semi-automatic AR-style, rifles, that makes me mad, because, those are fun guns. They're, we use them in hunting, we use them in target practice. I mean, our family goes out and we shoot together. So the fact that he may not have that right, both of them may not have that right, that upsets me in itself.
My opinions on gun control have not changed since, Newtown. I've just been thinking about them more. I'm definitely a supporter of gun control, and I have been probably my adult life, which isn't that long, but yeah, so no, they haven't changed.
Do you think that tighter laws will make places like the campus of Sac State safer?
Well, there's been all this talk about, we have to do more about mental health and fixing the cause of these problems rather than just the symptoms, like getting rid of, or less guns. But I do think that it will help. I think it's a starting place. I definitely think it's a starting place, and I think that the stricter background checks and making it maybe a little bit more difficult for some people to get a hold of guns will be helpful.
If somebody has a mental condition, they're trying to look at that. Do they have enough staffing for that? That's probably something that they need to look at. Do they have enough ATF members to actually go through and figure out whether or not somebody should or shouldn't have a weapon? Maybe that's something they should look at, but the rule and regulation's already there. It's just the enforcement that really needs to happen.
I think this campus is pretty safe. The thing that worries me is talk about arming teachers, arming professors. A year or two ago with the Virginia Tech shooting, there was a lot of talk around the country about arming professors. And as a professor, that made me very nervous. It made me nervous because when you're armed, you then have the responsibility to determine who the bad guy is, who the good guy is. And if there are lots of armed people around who don't necessarily know who each other are, then that seems to be a recipe more for mayhem and worse outcome.
In that sense, it's my Second Amendment right, so I don't have to, the fact that I have to register my weapons, I don't like that. You know what I mean? I don't like nobody knowing what I have. I mean, can I go into your house and go look to see what you have inside your closet?